The Nick Scott Effect.
The Nick Scott Effect.
Nick Scott. Available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, Google Play, SoundCloud, Stitcher, and DJNickScott.com.
What's going on back in the podcast? You know, I posted on social media that I was going to start doing some of this again with no real guidelines, no real idea exactly of when or how often I was going to do it. And some friends reached out to me and said, hey, man, if you're going to do the podcast, you need someone to jump on with you. We'll jump on with you. And so we're scheduling a few things that way. That's the cool thing about podcasting, that I'm so glad to do it. Put it against my radio experience is, you know, again, everything in radio and in broadcasting so formatted. There's such a timeline. There's such a, you have to hit this at this time. You have to do that at that time, or, you know, an obligation to so many shows a week or whatever. And there's absolutely none of that here. Like, you may not hear or see me again for like 6 months. That's not the case, because I do have some stuff lined up. But you know, this could be a 10-minute conversation today. It could be an hour, aux cord, or it could be, you know, again, I'm not putting myself to any rules. It's just going to be a fun conversation. So today we're going to be talking with my friend Jacqueline Stump. She is a part of Girls Night Out West Virginia. We're going to have her talking about this year's activities, this year's event with Girls Night Out West Virginia, kind of what the cause supports, the purpose. Also, I'm a part of it this year as well, and we're going to talk to her and just get the down low on the entire event this year. I do want to do a little bit of housekeeping. Is that what they call it in podcast world? Housekeeping, when you want to like announce stuff for you to check out. So on Friday the 8th, which we're recording this on July 7th, 2022. On Friday the 8th, I will be in Beckley, West Virginia, DJing the Celebration Ending Emerge Camp. That is a church camp for middle schoolers and high schoolers. Bible Center Church of Charleston asked me to be a part of it. Of course, I said yes. So I'm going to be there tomorrow night. Excited to be with those kids. They said they had like 300 kids at this camp. So it's going to be a vibe for sure. And what's funny is anytime a church or a religious group asks me to DJ, I'm always a little bit apprehensive. I'm like, what in the world am I going to play? Like, Get Low by Little John is not in the song catalog that evening. So it's like, what do I play ABBA all night? You know, Casting Crowns from start to finish? But no, you know, we talked about it, and they were very gracious and kind of gave me creative control I guess, within certain parameters. Of course, I'm not going to play anything with a bunch of cuss words or anything like that. So, but yeah, so I'm excited to do that. And then on Tuesday night, coming up, I guess it would be beneficial to have a calendar in front of me so I can give you some dates on some of this stuff. So on Tuesday night, the 12th, I'm going to be with Girls Night Out. So it's a great tie into this podcast. I'll be DJing the sponsor party at the Clay Center. The Clay Center is this really cool new thing called the Sculpture Garden. So I'll be there DJing some vibe for the sponsors. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then on July 14th, I'll be back with my friends at Bible Center in Charleston. This week and next week's kind of their camp weeks. So next week is Vacation Bible School, which my daughter is going to. She's very excited about it. It'll be her first VBS. Wait a minute. Yeah, I think she went to VBS when she was about 4, maybe. But I think she went like one day. But she's going to go Bible Center VBS all next week. And she is pumped. She's so pumped. And they've asked me to DJ the end of VBS celebration on Thursday, the 14th at Bible Center. And then the following Saturday, lastly, I will be opening for Little Texas, the country band Little Texas, and the Davison Brothers. The Davison Brothers, a West Virginia favorite, at the Appalachian Outpost. That's a free concert. So check out AppalachianOutpost.com. AppalachianOutpost.com. I think I said their thing right there. And it's a free show. So you can come down, bring your friends, bring a lawn chair. I will be playing an hour before the Davison Brothers go on, and then I'll be playing like a 30-minute set change between the Davison Brothers and Little Texas. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So lots of ways to come check out a DJ event. And now we got that out of the way. Help me welcome Jacqueline Stump. So thank you for taking the time to talk to me. I know you just said you finished up your last patient.
Yes, Nick. Yes. Long day. Did a bunch of root canals today.
I've had
did like 6 root canals.
I've had one root canal. Thankfully, in my dental health history. Well, maybe we should first tell folks who listen in and might not know who you are, a little bit about yourself, what you do.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'm Dr. Jacqueline Stump. I'm a dentist at Howard & Howard Dental. I've been born and raised in Charleston. I've been helping save teeth and fix smiles for about 10 years now. So it's exciting. I love what I do. It's always rewarding to help people get better dental health and in good shape. But I'm also a chair, one of the lead chairs for the Girls Night Out, the YWCA Girls Night Out fundraising for the last 10 years as well. So when I came home from dental school, I got involved mainly as just kind of a volunteer / hostess. And then each year I kind of got more involved and kind of worked my way up the ranks. And now I'm one of the chairs.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah, you and I met. It was either with Girls Night Out or with another fundraiser in Charleston.
I think so, absolutely. I think my initial meeting when I came back from school was with the Girls Night Out.
That's awesome. And back to being a dentist and dental hygiene. Thankfully, my 40 years, I've only had one problem tooth, and it didn't start giving me a problem until I was in my mid-30s. Until then, I was almost cavity-free my whole life, thankfully. But I'm kind of obsessive. I brush my teeth twice a day, floss, all that stuff. It's OCD awesome. About it, right? But
you can't brush or floss enough. That's what I like to stress.
Well, there you go. And I so anyways, I had to have a root canal on that tooth, and then they put a crown on it. And it wasn't as bad as I guess all the horror stories, root canals, but it wasn't enjoyable either.
They get a bad rap because back in the day, a lot of dentists, they didn't have the, what they call Novocaine or the lidocaine now. They weren't able to numb you. We have the nitrous now, the numbing, and we have a lot more new tools, and they really aren't. They aren't horrible like a lot of people.
I could not imagine.
Stories passed down from generation. Like, I'd rather pull my tooth than have a root canal, but honestly, it's not that bad. But like you said, nothing really. The bad thing about dentistry is when people come sit down, like the first meeting, they're like, I don't like being here. And they're like, no offense. I'm like, you know what? None taken. If I had a dime for every time someone said they'd rather not be in my chair, I wouldn't have to do what I do. You know
exactly.
What I mean?
It's
one of those necessary evils that you have to go to see your dentist.
Well, I had my teeth cleaned yesterday, I believe it was, and I was talking to the hygienist there that was doing that. Is that what you call them, dental hygienist that does that?
Uh-huh.
And I said, y'all are a special breed. I could not put my hands in strangers' mouths for a living. That just grosses me out.
Special breed is a good way to putting it. Absolutely.
Well, now we got that out of the way. No, I'm sorry to cut you off, but now we got that out of the way. I do record a video for YouTube and Facebook so folks can see me, and I just wanted to put out there for those that are watching this, I try to get the absolutely beautiful, gorgeous Jacqueline to join me via camera, but she did what most beautiful, fine, distinguished ladies do and goes, I look terrible. so
I was caught off guard today, Nick.
It's all good. It's all good.
You don't want to see all this dental germs on me anyway.
Well, I'm just glad you're here. So I have a long history with Girls Night Out. I'm happy to do the sponsor party coming this Tuesday. Again, we're recording this on July 7th, 2022. So the sponsor party is coming up on Tuesday, without looking at my calendar, is that the 13th? 12th?
It's the 12th.
12th. So we'll be there at the Clay Center Sculpture Garden. It's for the sponsors of GNO. And then in August is the actual Girls Night Out event. Jacqueline, what does Girls Night Out, for those who might not know, what is it about? What is the purpose? What's the cause?
Yes, so Tuesday, the July 12th, is the sponsor and hostess kind of pre-party. We like to give a thank you to all of our generous sponsors and the hostesses who actually provide the seed money so that we can put on the fabulous Party with a Purpose on August 13th. So we just give a little pre-party, a little thank you to honor our sponsors and our hostess. So it's always beneficial to come in at the hostess level, which is mainly a little bit higher than the regular general ticket. But, as a hostess, you're providing the seed money, you're putting the word out, you're becoming an advocate and part of the family of GNO. But Girls Night Out is a party with a purpose that benefits the YWCA Resolve Family Abuse Program. And so it is a support of domestic violence victims on Saturday, August 13th. And domestic violence is a huge issue in West Virginia. It's a huge issue across America and really worldwide. And, domestic violence can happen to anyone. There's some statistic out there, 1 in 4 women will experience domestic violence during their lifetime. And the good thing about, why I got involved and continued to support and help domestic, or to help GNO is because, it plays a significant role in supporting the Resolve Family Abuse Program. So all of the funds and the proceeds that are raised during this fabulous party on August 13th benefit the Resolve abuse program. So it goes toward the shelter. It helps keep the lights on. It helps with therapy for the abused. It helps in advocating in the court. So all of the monies directly go toward the Resolve Family Abuse Program.
That's amazing.
A fun fact, or not really fun, unfortunately it's not that fun, Nick, but last year in 2021, the YWCA Resolve Abuse Program served 1,800 individuals. I mean,
oh, wow.
It's crazy that it is still that high, that number.
Wow, yeah.
And so we need all of the help and support and funds we can get to provide that shelter for those women.
I've often...
And men.
I'm sorry. I thought you were done. No, I've often wondered if during the kind of lockdown portion of the pandemic, if that made some of those statistics rise because everyone was kind of cooped up. But it's very nice, and I've said this since my involvement with GNO. I think the first year that I DJ'd GNO was 2013. So it's been almost 10 years I've been around the organization. And, what always blew my mind was, like you mentioned, the numbers of the folks that they help, that need the help, but also that we have such a service like this here in Charleston, here in West Virginia, that can help those who need it, because I'm sure there are places, there are women or whoever is affected by domestic violence that don't have that type of resource at their fingertips. So we are blessed as a community to have this.
Right, and we service Boone, Clay, and Kanawha counties. So our outreach extends, pretty far.
Yeah.
And, it's open to, and just, that money that is raised, we have to keep the lights on in the shelter. We provide food, management and advocacy. It's just a great, and it was coined many, many years. I mean, I think this is going on our 23rd or 22nd total year of this, but, it's just a party with a purpose. We get together, women supporting women, having a good time, and we all know at the end of the day what it's for.
Absolutely.
It really means to everybody.
So if someone wants to be a part of the sponsor party this Tuesday, is there still time for that?
Yeah, absolutely. You can go on to GNOWV.com, and there's a tab up at the top of the website. You can sign up as a sponsor. There's different sponsor levels. Starting at 500 is the lowest sponsor level, but you can also sign up as a hostess ticket. And it's $300 to be a hostess, and you can sign up, and you're more than welcome to come have a pre-party with us. So as a hostess, when you're providing that, additional seed money to get the party started, you get a guaranteed gift bag. These coveted, how these women go over these bags. Everyone loves a good swag bag, Nick. So each year we try to
I love a good swag bag.
You can get in the swag bag.
Yeah.
So you get a swag bag, you get guaranteed bag, guaranteed t-shirt, the flip-flops, and as a hostess this year you get each year you got a special gift, but this year the gift is really cool and really special, that I get to, and I'm kind of in charge of the sponsors hostesses, so I put a lot of effort into making their night feel extra special. And this gift this year is really, really worth it. So
Can you tell me what
I
it
hope you
is, or
guys
is it
can
a
join
secret?
in. It's a little secret right now,
Okay.
but
Okay.
it'll be out there announced on Tuesday. So
Okay,
it's
that's
worth
fair.
it. Trust me. It goes with the theme. Every girl loves to sparkle, so
Hey,
you can only imagine. We need to mention that the theme this year is all that sparkles. So
all
we'd
that
love to come
sparkles.
out and see you sparkle.
What are you going to wear for all that sparkles, or have you got that far?
I don't know, Nick. I have to find it. I haven't thought of that yet. I need to find something.
So now,
I just bedazzle myself in jewels.
there you go. There's nothing wrong with that. And as we look forward
Right.
to actual girls' night out, what's the date, the time, the location, how you can get tickets?
Yeah. So again, it's Saturday, August 13th, from 6 to 9 at the. I know I always want to go back to my roots and say the Civic Center, but it's at the Charleston Coliseum and Convention Center.
Awesome.
August 13th. You can go online at gnowv.com and you can buy a ticket. If you don't feel like, if you're out of town that weekend, or if partying and coming out and getting, theme appropriate dress is not kind of your scene, but you really want to get involved and help, there's always a way to just donate.
Right.
We're always looking for volunteers as well to help with the decorations. So there's a lot of ways to sign up and get involved to learn more about domestic violence or to learn more about this fundraiser.
Or about,
just go to gnowv.com and all the information is there, and you can purchase your tickets online.
That is awesome. One of my favorite girls' night out memories, we were still at the hangar in
Yes.
the airport. So this was probably 2015, maybe 2014, 2015. But I was DJing, and the place was packed. It had rained or thunderstormed, so literally everybody crammed inside the hangar. And I just remember playing. I transitioned a remix into a mashup with "I Want to Dance with Somebody" by Whitney Houston, and the
Everybody
roof
loves
came
that
off
song.
that
That's
place.
like my anthem, Nick.
I mean, every single person in that building was singing that to the top of their lungs. And this memory is, I remember pulling my fader down, the fader meaning the volume. I pulled the volume off just at that chorus, and every single person in there singing Whitney Houston to the absolute top of their lungs. I got chills right now just thinking about it. I mean, I was on stage and I had chills, and so that was one of my favorite GNO moments. It's definitely an awesome party. It's a lot of fun. It's a great cause. That's one reason I've always really sought to be a part of it. You mentioned domestic violence touches, what'd you say, 1 in 4, I think was the statistic you said. So, without going into the gory details, there was some of that in my family when I was growing up. So it's something that is kind of near and dear to my heart because I know I have seen somebody completely, what's a word I'm looking for? Eviscerated. That's a good word. Because of domestic violence, and they could have really used some kind of resource or help like this. So that's why it's near and dear to me. Well, Jacqueline, I know you're driving home. I know you have dinner plans. There's really no time constraints to this, but if there's anything else you want to add or say or plug, go for it.
No, I just want to thank you, Nick, for joining the family again, and thank you for being our DJ for the sponsor and hostess free party next Tuesday. Again, we look forward to seeing you ladies sparkle on August 13th.
All right. Thank you,
Go get your
Jacqueline.
tickets.
And one last thing. Are you driving while we're doing this?
I'm still parked, but yes, I'm in my car. I was waiting till we finished before I started off.
Hands at 2 and 10 and 2, right? So, well, Jacqueline,
Yes,
thank you so much.
Eyes on the road.
And I will see you on Tuesday.
All right, thanks, Nick.
Be safe driving. Thank you again.
All right, have a good evening.
All right, we'll hang up with her there. And you can get those tickets at gnowv.com if you want to be a sponsor or a hostess and join me on Tuesday, the 12th, which is just a couple days around the corner. You can become a sponsor or a hostess there at the links that she said. And she kind of made me laugh because I wanted to do the video. I had this all set up where on this side of the screen, there we go, because it's flipped from where I'm looking. On this side of the screen, so right here, Jacqueline was going to be. So you would have been able to see her and see her reaction, her talk to me right here. So it's just you just have the Fender. You just have my baby, my blue baby, my American Stratocaster. All right, thank you so much. GNOWV.com. Excited to be a part of it. And until next time, have a good evening.